friends, welcome to my channel. My name is Aldo, and for today's episode, I am going to show you how to make your own half circle skirt pattern. This is by far the most requested video tutorial on my channel. If you make your own skirt pattern, you can pretty much make all these beautiful clothes, including this one that I'm working on. To get started, we will need a few measurements. First, your waistline measurements and the length of the skirt that you want to make. And it's totally up to you where you want your skirt to sit. If you want it low waist, you're just going to simply kind of measure right where your belly button is. Or you can put it on your natural waistline, which is right about here. Or if you want it to be like extreme high-waisted, you can just place it right about here, which is very flattering actually, especially if you have a shorter torso just like I do. So I'm just going to use the waistline of this mannequin, which is 26 inches. And for the length of the skirt, it's totally up to you. You can make it maxi skirt, midi, or mini. It's totally up to you. But for this project, I am going to do it 25 inches long. You will also need a big sheet of paper. Here I am just using a postal paper. This is cheaper and it's actually thick. And yeah, I just like to use it because it just makes my pattern much more sturdier and doesn't just rip really easily. I'm going to start by drawing a straight line from here all the way down. I just want to make sure that the paper is square. This is the formula that you will need to get the proper waistline. So first, you are going to divide your waistline into 3.14, and then the total is going to be the waistline up here. Mine was 8 inches, so I'm just going to measure from the top corner down 8 inches, and I'm going to repeat the same on the other corner of the paper. And I'm also going to place a mark right there at the center so I can easily connect the curve. It's also 8 inches. You can freehand it if you like, but I'm just going to use this French curve that I have. So I'm just going to connect it into a curve. Now it's time to figure out the length of the skirt. I said earlier I'm going to do 25 inches and I'm going to add 1 inch for the seam allowance. I'm going to mark this point right here as A, and then going down is B. That is going to be the length of the skirt. So we're just going to measure it all the way down. I will repeat the same thing on the other side of the paper. I am going to mark the A. From A down to B is 26 inches. And then I will keep on marking 26 inches following the curve of the waistline. So I'm just going to make some markings here and then I will connect it later on. Now it's time to connect the lines and it should be a curve as well. And then I will cut it out. On this edge here, I will put fold. So that is where going to be the fold of the fabric. If you want it one piece, you are just going to cut it on fold. If you wanted two pieces, you are just going to cut two pieces, obviously, and you will add allowances on both side seams. On the waistline, if you are going to be using a jersey material, you don't have to add allowance. But if you are going to use a woven material, you definitely want to add seam allowance on the waistline. If you are planning to make a skirt, you will need a waistband. So basically, you're just going to measure your waistline. So this is 26 inches. I added 1/2 inch allowances on all sides. It's totally up to you how wide you want the waistband to be. That is your own design. You can make it as wide or as narrow as you want. If you want the waistband to overlap, you will just add extra inch on one end so you can overlap the skirt or the waistband at the back and then add buttons maybe. Let me show you the full circle skirt pattern that I made a few years ago, and this is the same pattern that I've been using. I was just like adjusting the waistline, but now that I have a proper half circle pattern, I don't have to use the black piece of paper here. Like I mentioned in the beginning of the video, if you have these patterns, you can easily make the dresses and the skirts that I showed you earlier. If you want to see the full tutorial of this skirt right here that I'm wearing, I am going to have the link at the end screen. And if you haven't already, please follow me on Facebook. My name there is Aldo Official, so we can chit chat or just tag me if you decided to recreate any of my projects that I showed you here. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Give this video a thumbs up if this is helpful to you, and I will see you soon. Bye!